I'm leaving forever.
Wait, what? Roxanne?
Nah, I'm just kidding. Or am I?
Ooh, we don't know if she's kidding. Drama. This is the first VR chat back. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the only. But we'll get into all of that in this video when we answer your guys.
Excuse me. Should we do like this and then like a? Oh, that works.
I don't know how to VR chat anymore.
Shrink to my level. Okay,
look how cute we are.
I know, we're so fun, and we can do this now.
Yeah. But anyways, today we're going to have a fun video where we answer all of your guys' burning questions that you always comment.
Oh, and you guys have some burning questions.
Indeed.
Let me tell you.
Obviously, we've done quite a content switch up. Obviously, with the title of this video, I am leaving, so we'll get into the logistics of that. And, yeah, I guess I'll start with our first question, which is, why did you stop doing VR chat / will you go back to doing VR chat? Ooh, dun dun dun. It's a really
Honestly, I feel like this is there's a really simplistic answer here, and there's also a very like convoluted answer here. Simplistically, we kind of just got burnt out of doing it, and we were kind of just over it, to be honest, for a while.
It also wasn't doing well enough to sustain continuing to do the channel, so it was either we do a drastic content switch up or the channel no longer existed. It was
it's kind of that. So to everyone that is like, I don't want to be mean, but just realistically, for everyone that is commenting things like, oh my gosh, people are mad at you for not doing VR chats and your channel is going downhill and blah, blah, blah. And like people that are like genuinely worried about the channel, I do need you all to know that it is doing significantly better not doing the VR chats.
Indeed.
So if you want the channel to stick around, then VR chat is just unfortunately not the way to be doing it.
And I guess to address the other question, will you ever go back to doing VR chat? In our previous form, the answer is definitely no, but as you guys have seen, we're doing this video. We've done hide and seek videos in VR chat before, so I'm not going to say we're never going to do
and like, who knows? I know that there's even things like when Ruin DLC came out, there was a lot of like random little things that we did, like one-off little story things I could see us maybe doing every once in a while if there was like a cool trend, or like if Rainbow Friends was big again, or like things like that where it's like we could kind of trend hop a little bit with different things in VR chat. I could see us doing that. But like long sustained storylines, no, we will not be doing any of those anymore.
Indeed.
Will you guys go back to your old dimension, even if you don't do VR chat videos, willing to do cameos on, is that Funtime Freddy?
Wait.
Freddy Fazbear Jackie Show. Guys,
F release.
I was like, to see your family and friends again. Here's the thing I'll say about that. Will we be our characters in like lore videos going forward? No. Will we do cameos and stuff here and there? Probably. Just like how you're going to be seeing a lot of cameos probably have already happened or are going to be happening soon on this channel. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely will be doing like gaming videos and stuff if there's ever like we did an Among Us video like a little while ago. We'll be doing just, different gaming things with some of the other characters and channel leaders. So
I think it would be more in that style though, gaming. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have much intention or motivation to be a part of lore videos anymore. Sorry. Moving on, I guess, to this next question. Yeah, what's Roxanne's, well, I mean, kind of, but not even really. What's Roxanne's in-character reason for stepping out for a bit?
Oh, you ate too many Roxy's Rockin' Nachos. And now my tummy's big bloated. OMG, big belly from Roxy's Rockin' Nachos.
I'm gonna be honest, guy. I don't know if I want to do a character reason. I am very pregnant, and I have probably had one too many Roxy's Rockin' Nachos.
Yeah, and now she's big prego, so.
Yeah, so that is the reason. And it's just, that's going to be what it is. Currently, I think as we're filming this, I'm 37 weeks and 4 days. So this baby is getting ready to emerge.
Yeah. The nachos are in the oven.
So I guess that's my in-character reason too. Though I be looking skinny. I do not look like this currently. Moving on.
Next question. Can you release the list of the models and worlds you used for your VR chat content? So everything that we've ever used on this channel has been public assets.
For the most part. We've gotten a couple custom models.
Frankie was one, and I know Nova was one.
I think that was it.
I think that really was it. And Frankie we don't even use on this channel anymore.
Frankie isn't technically our property, so the only one we could release is Nova. And I don't really think people cared too much about him. Plus, there's also a new Nova, from my knowledge, on the Sun and Moon show.
I just,
So I'm going to be honest, if you want to find or use the models and maps that we've used in the past, I don't really have a list of them anymore, but they are out there. They are public assets.
Another thing I will say, a lot of VR chat models just also sometimes go poof and just disappear.
Yeah.
So there's like an old model that we've used that we don't use anymore. It's most likely because it doesn't exist anymore. So if you're trying to find something and you can't find it, it's either really hard to find or it just might not exist.
Precisely.
I don't have an answer for you. Same thing with the maps. Really, there's a lot of different map creators that do different things, so.
All right, next question. Can we get more bloopers? I will say with the current content that we're making, bloopers are harder to come by. That being said, we do have a few. So maybe...
Most of them are just us, like, trying to say words and not being able to say the words, so...
So I will say,
maybe
in the future there'll be another blooper video if we get enough to make an entire video out of them. I will say I do find them very funny, but yes, it's mostly just us trying to do intros to videos, stumbling on our words, and laughing because we're stupid.
If anything, there might be like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but with some of the modded videos we've been doing, we've also been posting our first ever shorts ever. So maybe some like blooper shorts could be kind of fun.
Yeah, that could be a good,
but that'll kind of just be here and there whenever they feel like being made, so. Next one. Would you do live streams?
We used to. We did a couple, if you didn't know already. I don't think we have any immediate plans to do more, especially because I am very pregnant. So I wouldn't say to expect them, but I'm also not gonna say that we'll never do one again, because you never know. Maybe a game will come out that makes more sense to stream rather than make a video on it, or I think we've talked about even like doing a live stream of like replaying Security Breach, because we've never actually done that on this channel before, so
yeah, I guess leave a comment down below. So there's that new like remastered or like whatever Security Breach coming out, where they've added like all the old content into the game basically, and I really want to do like a whole series where we finally actually sit down and do a full Security Breach playthrough, because we just haven't. But would you guys like to see that in like video chunks, or do you think it to be better as a live stream?
Yeah, because I feel like that would make a lot of sense for a live stream potentially, but we'll see, I guess. Their next question is, will you be doing any more music videos or musicals?
Music videos, I don't want to say are completely off the table. If there's ever something, I'll be honest, both of those things were kind of just like spur of the moment, like I really was like, let's make a musical. And then, I mean, we did.
Yeah.
We did the thing. I will say, I don't think a musical is ever going to be made again unless the channel's like really popping off and it like really feels worth it. To be completely honest with you, that musical took an unbelievable amount of time to make. So.
Yeah.
Music videos, maybe. Things like Heartquake here and there, I think could be kind of fun.
I guess
but definitely don't expect.
Wouldn't be like Heartquake though. I think it would be more like game related or something if we were, just because Heartquake was kind of lore related.
That's true. Yeah, it'd be probably more like actual, like if Security Breach 2 comes out and I have like a fun idea for a song, or like
with Cassie
something like
and
that.
Gregory, like the betrayal, or like I don't know.
Yeah, things like that, potentially. I don't want to say those are completely off the table, because I go through moods of, like, not wanting to do music and then just being like, I want to do a song! So, I don't know. Maybe. Will Roxanne be back after October, or will it be longer? How are you feeling, Roxanne's VA?
So
Wait, Roxanne, you're not real? What?
Roxanne's face when I did that.
I'm pretty sure one of them. Gregory keeps going cross-eyed every time I go. It's like a lot.
So this is kind of, I guess, the point of this video. I am going to be taking some time off. We have pre-recorded a lot for the arrival of my baby, and you will probably see content with me sprinkled throughout the entire time I'm gone. So honestly, for you guys, it hopefully, ideally, won't actually be like I'm gone.
Yeah, it's just going to be a tad bit different. I'm going to be recording some videos with some of the other characters. So also, if you guys have any ideas of things you want us to do, videos with Sun, Moon, Glamrock Freddy, Glamrock Chica, Monty, really any of the other animatronics, really let us know. As
of right now, it is almost October, so I'm still probably going to be recording up until and like during October, because it's hard to know when exactly this baby's coming. So between like mid-October to mid-November, there might be a little bit less of me, but I will be turning. Wow. Yeah, I will be returning to the channel eventually, but like I said, I won't be gone either. And as far as how I'm feeling, big and ready to get this baby out of me. Walking,
let's get this roaster cooking.
Sitting is hard. Breathing is hard. Like, I'm out of breath as I'm sitting here talking, so that's a lot.
Me too, but for like other reasons, you know.
So yeah, that's that. If you guys could play a game for the first time again, what would it be?
Ooh, maybe Repo. I really enjoyed Repo.
Oh, I think that was really fun. Did like Repo. Yeah, that was a good one. That's a more recent one too.
Yeah, a game I could play for the first time again.
Honestly, I really enjoyed Hades.
Honestly,
like,
yeah, Hades or Hades 2. I
haven't played Hades 2 yet still.
It's so much better than the first one.
I'm excited. I need to get into that. But yeah,
you'll really like it.
I really enjoyed Hades. I think I was waiting for Hades 2 to come out on the Switch, which I still don't think it has.
They officially have a release date for it now.
Do they?
Yeah, I think it's either out now or at least just got announced. Like, because it was in like alpha or something for a year. I've already beat the game in alpha, but
they need to put it on the Switch because I need a good like living room game to play.
Yes.
But
yes.
That would be a fun one.
Yeah. What would be your ideal storyline for the next FNAF game / DLC? Ooh,
something with our characters.
Yeah. So I definitely think I don't know if they're gonna do a DLC for Secret of the Mimic. To be honest, I've talked about this in a couple videos in the past. I like Secret of the Mimic. I think it's a good game, but I do think they kind of shot themselves in the foot with it a little bit. I don't think people really care that much about the Mimic, which is unfortunate. I wish they did. I think they kind of built up William Afton and like all this stuff so much, and then they're like just haven't really done that much with it. That's always been my biggest gripe with FNAF, is I just feel like they start so many storylines and then they just don't have any like through line with them, and they don't really conclude anything or actually give any real answers. Like, if you really think about it, everything that I know about FNAF is like not real. Like, it's literally just fan theories.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like no one really actually has like a concrete answer on like 75% of the actual lore going on in the game, I'm pretty sure. Which is fun, but like to have all that and then be like, all right, we're making this prequel game. I was like, ooh, that's so exciting. I was hoping we were going to get like so many answers to things. And I guess we did, but I also feel like we got so many more questions.
Yeah, I have a lot more questions than I feel I got answers. I I just
But-
want a continuation, like, of what happened to Cassie after she fell in the elevator. I was like, Cassie? And then, like, what went down with the mimic? Where is Gregory? Is Gregory even okay? Like, those are the things that I want to know personally.
Same. I want Security Breach 2. Whether it's called that or not, I don't know. But I think the ideal way to make Security Breach 2 would be, I think, a really cool thing. Honestly, this is like my dream for it, because this was the question, okay? I think what they should do is make like a split story, kind of, if anyone's ever played like Resident Evil 2, where it's like the two different things happening. You have like Claire and Leon stories. I think it'd be cool to have like a Gregory and Glamrock Freddy section, and then a Cassie and Roxanne section, but they like overlap and have like crossovers throughout the game. I think would be like a fun kind of way to do it. Because we now have set up where like, if they just never use Gregory or Cassie again as like protagonists, then what was the point?
Yeah.
Because Gregory was the face of Security Breach, and then they made Cassie, which I'm happy with. I think Cassie was a great character, but like if she was only ever used in a DLC and then never as a character again, I'm gonna be like, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. In an ideal world, I want more me, but I also really want a continuation of what happened with Cassie and Roxanne. I think is that.
Very that. I forget who asked that question.
I think me.
Okay, what is your favorite video you've made on the channel? I feel like this one's easy. It's like gotta be the musical, no?
It has to be the musical,
Like,
yeah. There was a lot of like
other silly, stupid ones that we probably look back at with fond memories. Probably the the swap of Roxanne and Glamrock Freddy, where I just say, "Hey, superstar," the whole time. Was really funny.
Gregory.
I think
Gregory is iconic.
The like storyline we did where I was dating Circus Baby was kind of iconic, just because
you were dating yourself.
I was dating myself, yeah. So there's plenty to look back on, but yeah, the musical just is probably as good as it's gonna get as far as our storyline video.
Yeah. Also our Halloween arc from like 2 Halloweens ago, but for other reasons.
Yeah. I guess we need to end on one last and final really important question, Gregory. They want to know, do you still have your moon boots?
Oh, that's a great question. Do I still have my moon boots? Do I still have my moon boots?
Well,
Roxanne.
It looks like he might still have.
Are you still conceited? Are you still a narcissist?
That's rude. Let us know if you have any other questions down in the comments below. Maybe we'll do a part 2 to this. You never know. And, yeah, I will be back eventually. But hopefully for you guys, it'll be like I've never gone. Oh, wait, I'm still going.
Moon boots, moon boots, moon boots, moon boots.
We'll see you guys in the next video.